Big week here on the channel. First, we looked at the GORUCK Rucker 4.0 long range edition, the 39 liter size, the big boy. And now we're taking a look at the multicam Tropic 500D 20 liter Rucker 4.0 and all its new features. So we'll take a look at that, see how it compares to the 3.0, see if the 4.0 is something you'd want to consider long term. So let's take a look at the Rucker 4.0. So is it multicam Tropic or Tropic multicam? I don't know. I thought it was multicam Tropic, just like multicam black, but the tag says Tropic multicam, TMC. So anyway, leave me a comment down below if you know what the actual answer is. MCT, TCM, whatever it happens to be. Anyway, today, continuing in GORUCK week, this is the Rucker 4.0 20 liter size, so it's way different than the other bags. And this one's also, this fabric is in 500D. So we got a 500D 20 liter Rucker 4.0, way different than the previous video I did on the long range, which is essentially a Rucker 3.0 converted or added on to or merged with a GR2. This one's just like the other 20 liter Ruckers with some big differences. So we'll take a look at this one today, see if it's maybe something that you want to consider now and upgrade to, or maybe you want to hold on to your Rucker 3.0 that you might have in your closet or in your truck or loaded up all ready to go for tomorrow. Let's take a look at the Rucker 4.0. All right, so I've resisted several GR2 26 liters in this colorway. I've also resisted GR1s. I've really resisted a lot of things in this multicam Tropic or Tropic multicam because anyway, I just love this color combo. It's a little greener obviously, and a little bit I'll pull out the multicam Rucker 3.0 so we can see what they look like side by side. This is the Rucker 4.0, and so let's take a look at the outside. So the outsides, the number one thing, there's really two big things that I would say, three things about this bag that really make it dramatically different that maybe might cause you to think about whether you want to upgrade to the 4.0, especially in this 20 liter size. Now the positive is it's 500D, so it's a little bit more, feels a little bit more worn in right out of the bag, a little less abrasive, sure. And it does, when I weighed it, now there's a couple differences, it was about a ½ pound lighter than the same bag 3.0. Because it doesn't have this pocket and it's 500D, translated about a ½ pound difference. Not a big deal when you're, especially when it's something you're going to put a ton of weight into. So anyway, that's just the difference overall between these two bags. On the front of the bag, no pocket. So it's still got the reflective strip that was, you know, a staple in the Ruckers last few editions. Same webbing all the way around, so you can put a hip belt on there. This size, just like the 3.0, does not come with a hip belt. So you will need to get one some other way. This one, obviously, Coyote would go real well. They don't make the Tropic Multicam hip belt that I've seen. That's something I would get if I was given the opportunity. So yeah, no pockets. That's really probably right off the top one of the biggest negatives, because I really did use that pocket all the time in my 3.0 to put my gloves or a snack. It would be the quickest way to get something out of this bag during an event. So really snacks and gloves were typically what went in this front pocket, which I no longer have. So that's going to limit me to what's inside the bag. More about that when we get to it. So no slash pocket on the front. Standard webbing, reflective strip, fantastic. Handles everywhere like you expect in a Rucker, just like in a 3.0. Handle on the bottom and drain holes. Why do you need drain holes? You're gonna get wet, soaked, submerged. You're gonna want to wait for that water to escape so you're not lugging it around, increasing the weight of the bag. Back panel, no different than, I would say, the 3.0. Still got this lumbar pad, very awesome. Definitely feel that in the small of your back. 210D on the inside of the straps. And on this back panel, reduces abrasions, doesn't completely eliminate it. If you really want to completely eliminate abrasions, you need to layer up a couple shirts. Mostly tech shirts, don't wear cotton. Those tech shirts will just, you know, reduce the friction between you and the bag. Comes with a sternum strap installed, fantastic. So no need to really mess with it unless you wanted to increase or decrease the height of it because where it fell on your chest. So that might be something you would need to do. The straps are, again, beefy, standard Rucker, I would say. The rest of it on the outside is really no different. You really can't tell anything between a 3.0 and a 4.0, except that there's no zipper here and no pocket. And the fact that it's 500D, which is cool, and the color, obviously, very unique to a 4.0 only. So that's the outside. Let's dive into the inside. I always forget one thing on the outside when I dive in the inside. The patch panel now has progressed to this arrowhead versus the reverse flag. If you care, no big deal. Did come with a patch, very cool. Previously, the only way to get this patch was on the shadow pockets in the coyote color. So that's cool, they're shipping it with that. I think it looks awesome. Probably stay on there for a while, we'll see. But as we dive in the inside, the zippers are very smooth, as you'd expect from GORUCK. And then here we are, the next two things, next two highlights of the 4.0. The first one was that lack of the slash pocket in the front. Number two is no zippered pockets on the inside. This is a big one, and they claim that this reduces a failure point in the bag because it's not going to get smashed by the weight plate. That, you know, if this was totally loaded up in an event, you throw it on the ground, that weight's going to, you know, crush those zippers. I personally never had an issue with zippers, but I've heard of people having issues with zippers. This eliminates that. Does it eliminate weight? Maybe, I suppose, a few ounces. But instead, now you have this Velcro. So Velcro is, I don't really have a problem in theory with the Velcro, but you know, the fact that you're pulling that apart, that, you know, we'll see if it lasts long term as you continue to pull apart that Velcro. The other thing is it's so loud. You're gonna be in the middle of the night trying to sneak up on somebody and rip open this Velcro pouch. No. But at an event, who cares? So yeah, the Velcro is a big deal. The pocket layout's the same as a GR1 and a Rucker. You've got the standard pocket on the top and then a mesh pocket on the bottom. So this front panel is functionally layout no different, but again, it's got the Velcro and no zippers. So sure, it won't crush, but yeah, it is what it is. The third big deal for me, really, and again, this plate pocket is generally speaking the same. We'll pull out the other 3.0 here in a second. And really, they did improve it. There is a padding on the very top of the flap, so that's pretty cool. But there's no elastic pocket. That wasn't very clear on the initial announcement of this bag. You kind of had to look at the pictures. Or I did ask HQ customer service, and we did figure it out. Eventually, yes, it does not have an elastic pocket. So the 20-liter size, the biggest or the most weight you're going to be able to carry is the 30-pound plate. There's no other way to put a 10-pound plate in there, or the 30 and the 20 to make it 50 like you could in other bags. But again, this is so you're limited to 30 pounds. So for an event bag, great. Fantastic. This is all you need because you're not going to do anything more than 30 pounds if you're more than 150 pounds. Body weight, less than 150 pounds, 20-pound plate. But in training, I typically went up in weight. I'll typically carry the 45-pounder around town or the 30 and something else to make it more than 30 just to simulate game day. So that really eliminates that ability unless you put a sandbag or something on the bottom. That's just the way it is. So just something you have to live with the 4.0. We do have these D-rings on the bottom. This was in the long-range Rucker and also here. Maybe for a future layout, future accessory, but for me, what I'd probably do is maybe keep a bungee in here just because as you hang your bladder down, you might want to have it cinched down so it's not flying all over. Maybe. That's the only thing I can think of for these D-rings. I know some people previously had scars do this. And so it's a nice little addition to the bag, I would think, on the inside. Again, still the way to route your bladder hose from the top out into the front. Still got a patch panel on the inside, so you can put your favorite DFQ patch on the inside. That's cool. And so really, that's it. So let's put a plate in here, see how it gets tricked out with a 30-pound plate. Let's do that. So there you go, 30-pound plate, very secure, not going anywhere. It's like the pocket was designed for it, because it was. So that 30-pound plate, again, and again, this is the best thing about, if you're gonna train with a weight plate, these Ruckers put that plate so high up on your back that it's just the most stable location for you, period. So that's the weight plate in there. Now I'm going to take the weight plate out. We're going to get the 3.0 on the table and then compare them side by side, see if we see anything else to point out. Another small benefit of this video is we're going to show you the difference between the two multicams next door to each other. So here we are. This is just the standard multicam 3.0, and this is the Tropic multicam. I'll use that since that's what was on the tag, but this is how they compare side by side. Both have coyote webbing, a little greener here, a little more tannish on this side. The back panels really look no different. The only way you'd be able to tell the difference really is the little different color variations. And the shoulder straps, still we got the same identical features essentially on the outside, with the difference, number one difference on the outside being this zipper pocket, which isn't on this bag. So that's really the only two differences that I can think of on the outside. Let's dive in the inside just to see side by side what the difference is. We've already talked about the front flap. Yep, we know zipper pockets on the 3.0, Velcro on the 4.0s. And again, we got this elastic pocket, which was just so fantastic on the 3.0. The ability to put additional weight or put just to control your bladder. control your water bladder when it was in here. That's just a big plus. The pocket does appear to be a little bit higher in the 4.0. So the 4.0, really hard to tell. So let's fold this back, the very top part of the bag, to see where it fits on this back panel. So it looks to me, side by side, this you can see a little bit of a difference, a little bit of a gap here, sewn into the top. And on this side, man, that D-ring is just really in this padding on the 4.0 is just does provide an obvious cushion for if you were down in a plank, burpee, bear crawl, in your bag slides forward. The contact point of that plate is not the steel, it's the padding in the top of the pocket. So I do love that ability, or I do love that feature in the 4.0. You have no padding here, so you're getting full steel contact except for, you know, some 1000D between you and the steel. So it does appear to me that the plate is higher on your back, so that's a big plus. Padding, big plus. But again, you're losing the elastic pocket. So this is more of a game day bag, or if you're going to only train up to 30 pounds for this one. Other than that, the features on the inside, near identical. Of course, we don't have the D-rings in the 3.0. The 4.0 does have the D-rings. So there you are, side by side, what the interiors look like pocket-wise between the 3.0 multicam and the multicam Tropic multicam on this side. So those are the differences. That's where we are with the 4.0. All that being said, should you upgrade to the 4.0? That's what you really care about. So if you have a 2.0 or a 1.0 and you need a new bag, you really can't buy a 3.0 unless you get on the secondary market. So brand new bag from GORUCK, you're gonna have to get a 4.0. Whether you upgrade to the 4.0, if you have the opportunity to have a 3.0, or if you already have a 3.0, is really gonna come down to, do you really just love this color? And really, that's pretty much it. The plate pocket is an improvement. The plate pocket is higher, and it is probably going to work out a tons better. I'll let you know after I do a couple events. The lack of the front pocket, though, is kind of a deal breaker for me, if you ask me personally. I don't personally like the Velcro on the inside. Why don't I like the Velcro versus just the noise? First, the noise of the Velcro just kind of irritates me. But the other thing is, when you're going to get dirty, and you will get dirty during a GORUCK event. If you're doing wet and sandy or whatever they want to call it, you're going to have sand all over the place. That's going to just kind of gum up the Velcro on the inside. Maybe. Now it's on the inside, it's not on the outside. So we'll see long term whether that makes a difference. The 3.0 was revolutionary. Had a fantastic set of features that we hadn't seen yet. All of those things are rolled over to the 4.0. The plate pocket on the inside is dramatically better. The plate pocket on the inside is, I would say, dramatically improved. I love the padding on the top. It is a little bit higher, it appears to me. But then the lack of that elastic pocket is there's kind of that. So that's what I think about the 20 liter size Rucker 4.0. Maybe an upgrade for some. For me, I'm gonna beat the heck out of this bag, see how long it lasts. Mostly because I want to see what the 500D does long term in a beat around bag, do everything, GORUCK bag. So that's it. So there you are. Hopefully you liked that video on the Rucker 4.0 20 liter size 500D multicam Tropic. Pretty cool color and definitely a great looking bag. And it's got some different features that might be good for you, or you might just hold on to your 3.0 a little bit longer. It really depends on how much you loved that front slash pocket on the Rucker 3.0. So anyway, that's how the 4.0 20 liter varies from the long range Rucker that I showed you yesterday. Go check out that video if you'd like. See you next time. I got some more videos coming out soon. Some GORUCK, but I also have an Able Carry Max, the GWA Citadel, all on deck coming out soon. So definitely subscribe for alerts. We're going to continue to enjoy this warm, spring-like, definitely greening up day here in Georgia. See ya.